Hello, this is Julia Bushkova, and today we're going to speak about pattern scales. What are the pattern scales? The pattern scales is my name for two-octave scales that travel from first position up and up and up and up and up and up and up, and you will see in a moment why I call them the pattern scales. Where we'll start with the lowest possible first finger scale in major, and it will be on violin. The first possible is A flat major. So here we start, obviously, and here it goes. Or in faster tempo. All right. What patterns did I use? What my hand was in which patterns? Of course, beginning, first finger, in major, we're in this pattern. When we go into the second octave, the pattern becomes this. So both strings are this pattern. And again, using my technique of flashing the patterns, first you do, this is G string, this is D string, A, and E. All right, and the scale is already in your mind. Then you move to the A major scale, now first position really, so here we go. Again, extra note and back. Next one, B flat. We go in incremental half steps up. So we'll be on B flat now. Next step up B. C. After C we'll go D flat. Let's do D flat. As you can see, I keep playing the pattern-wise. I keep playing this on G string and D, and this on A and E. So in fact, I am playing one and the same scale as far as my fingers are concerned. But I am changing the keys, and I am very aware on which key I am playing at the moment, at every given moment, which you should be too, if you do this very valuable exercise. But then you keep going up all the way to the seventh position, incrementally rising in half steps. And eventually we get to the scale that starts with G. We started with A flat in the bottom, and now we will start here with G. So here it goes. So again, as you can see, the patterns have not changed, G, D, A, and E. But of course here your finger situation is very different because you're very high up, and so everything is much closer, and you definitely need to help yourself with the elbow when you're on G string and on D. On A and E, elbow goes away and then comes back, anticipating the fourth finger. But believe me, if you haven't done that route of scales, the pattern scales from A flat to the G, you'll be surprised that it is actually not at all as hard as it may look at first, but it is extremely effective, and it's really good, and a really good exercise from many sides besides the finger pattern. Once you have done a lot of these major scales starting with the first finger, you continue going with the also major scale starting with the second finger. 2 octaves now will be without an extra note on top, but playing the note below your tonic so that you have a full pattern on the lowest string. So if I start with B flat major, the lowest possible scale here, starting second finger, that's what I will do in the beginning. Okay, so it gives me this pattern. Then after that, another one, 3, 4, and back. All apart. Okay, so again, as with the previous scale, we will go incrementally up and up and up, every time rising in half step. B natural and B major scale. Now we're in C, and so on. C, D flat major, D, E flat, E natural, F, F sharp, and again G. You can go higher than G, but again, at first, let's just go to the G. Now, position-wise, you will be one position lower than when you were with first finger. Obviously, you were in 7th position, then now you are in 6th, but you're still pretty high, and you play your last scale starting from the note of G in G major. And at first, I would suggest that you will just do that. Of course, you also can start later. The last scale that I would suggest to start would be with the 3rd finger, and the lowest possible is your C major scale. And here you probably do not want to go back or to complete the pattern because there are too many notes to go back, and you just start here. But in fact, don't worry about that. Just do the first ones. It already will be a big improvement in your playing. I hope it has been helpful. Happy practicing. Subscribe, like, and I will see you next time.